Mr. Williams, I understand you are the leader of the National Party of South Africa. We are from True Legal Media, an online magazine, whose goal is to help the youth to achieve their goals in life, following the footsteps of the elders. This is done through interviewing individuals like yourselves. Mr. Williams, can you introduce yourself to our readers?
Yes, thank you. Good morning to you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you this morning. My name is Ahmad Williams. I'm currently the national leader of the National Party South Africa. The reason why we actually started this party is to make a change, to really to restore the injustice of the past. You know, today the youth haven't got any jobs. When they come from varsity, they go on the streets. That's why the high rate of drugs and the killings that's going on is because they haven't got work to do. And we from the National Party feel that we can really make a difference if we are given the opportunity to do that.
Thank you. You are into a political sphere. What prompted you to choose this career?
I've been in politics for years now. Since the inception of the first democratic election, I was also a councillor with the National Party those years. And then I went into business for 5 years, and I saw the need for the National Party to come back because, you know, the things are getting out of hand, the killings that's going on today, and we feel that we are the only party at this stage that support the death penalty. And you know, you have to root out the evil before it starts, because people are killing one another. There in Mitchells Plain last week, 7 people were killed. People just walk around, you know, and shoot one another. There was 12 shootings in Mitchells Plain in one day, and about 7 people was killed. And that's the reason that we feel that it's a need because of our policies and our values and morals within the party.
Before you were a leader of the National Party of South Africa, what were you doing?
Before I became the leader, you know, my aims are also, I had high hopes. When I was a councillor, I always thought, when will I ever reach to be in the top structure of the National Party? Like I said earlier on, I was a councillor, and I worked myself up from councillor to where I am today, that I took over the seat where Mr. Clerk has left as the National Party leader and president, the ex-president of this country. And my aim is to reach that goal that I'm setting myself.
Western Cape leader is led by the DA party. What is your view on the way the province is run?
I would say, you know, there's such a lot of issues within the province. People are talking about service delivery, but is it quality service delivery? You cannot give a person a house or a toilet in the open field without walls and doors. You cannot give a person a portable toilet and you don't clean that toilet. It's unhealthy and it's unacceptable. The DA also came up with in their policy about safe sex houses for sex workers within the CBD area. It's unacceptable. We cannot allow people to do what the DA is asking for. Here the DA is trying to buy our people with a loaf of bread and a sweater, and the people must suffer for the next 5 years. What I'm saying is, they must come up to what they promised the people and not doing it.
Thank you. Your allegations towards DA seems more or less the same as ANC. So are you following ANC footsteps?
We, from the National Party, will vote on issues. If there's issues regarding the betterment for our people, we will say, right, if sometimes the ANC got good values and morals and suggestions. Sometimes the DA comes with the same thing. We will vote on issues and say, we don't agree with this, we will agree with that, we will carry out our manifesto, and that is where we stand.
Thank you. If voted into power, what would you deliver to the voters, or what are your promises?
What we are saying is, yes, number one thing on our manifesto is we support the death penalty. Number 2 is we will provide a democratic and accountable government for all. We want the people to respect the rule of law. We also want to bring back the feeding schemes in schools. A hungry child can't think. If you sit in that classroom without a piece of bread in your stomach, you cannot think, because in the olden days, you know, all the schools were on equal. All the schools used to get the feeding schemes where you get your fruit, your bread, your milkshake, your tea, your soup. And that is just part of our manifesto that we want to bring back and say, let your vote be part of the decision-making process within the Western Cape.
Thank you. Now we are talking of you being voted into power. How are you going to fight corruption, child abuse, and women abuse?
If we look at what I said earlier on, if we were in the power to bring back the death penalty, that will curb all those killings. The youth will be restricted to a lot of things. The youth won't be able to do what they are doing. Today, the teachers' hands are chopped off because the child in school have got no respect for the teachers. It starts at home. Even in our police section, today the policeman must ask the scully, can I smack you? If you smack that scully, the policeman will go to jail. So those all the things we need to drive away in our community, in our communities, and uplift our communities with police visibility and all that. You know, we mustn't think about just fines on cell phones. We must think the safety of our people within the Western Cape, where we are contesting this election coming up in June, in May the 7th.
Thank you. Every organization, Mr. Williams, has got challenges. What are your challenges in the National Party?
First of all, our party, there's such a lot of challenges. Our party are free. Anybody can join a party, whether you're white, black, whatever color you are. And the main challenge is to, number one, to curb the crime rate in the Western Cape or even in the country. Number two is to give our youth, is so important. Our youth is the backbone of any company, of any soccer team, of anything. We have to build around the youth, because the youth is there to take over eventually when we left, if we are gone.
In your organization, what is most important to you, profit, mission, or core value?
In our organization, the core values of our party is really built on our manifesto, what we are talking about, the upholding the rules and the regulations of the country. We got the best constitution in the world. I would say our constitution of South Africa is a good constitution. But why aren't we carrying out our duty as politicians to carry out what our constitution is guiding us? If you don't adhere to your constitution, things will go wrong, like is happening in South Africa now. If you don't adhere to the constitution, I can tell you now, this country will go down to the dogs.
Thank you. What is your advice to children who are growing up and some of them are at crossroads of choosing career path? What is your advice there?
You know, we are really keen to uplift the youth, because the youth, like I said earlier on, is the backbone of anything. And our party you can see our youth that we employ in our offices, our youth that's going out to schools to train kids to how to sing, our youth that go out to tell children the rights and the wrongs. And that is what our party stands for. We are based on our youth programs, and should we take over the city, I can guarantee you, or I can promise you, we will make a difference.
Thank you so much. Our last question is, are you married? And how do you balance the politics thing and your family?
I'm married, but my wife do understand and my kids do understand my mission. Before I won the seat within the city of Cape Town in 2011, I worked hard. You know, it's a sacrifice that families must also understand, that you work for the family, and if you are the breadwinner within any family, and the family sees there's really progress, that you want to make changes in life, that is what we stand for. You know, let me just give a quick background. You know, Mr. Clegg was the ex-president of this party and ex-president of the country. He was bold enough to release Mandela. He could have kept Mandela in jail and let him die in jail. You know, but for the sake of the country, blood would have flown. People would have died. People, you know, don't understand what I'm trying to say, but the real thing is, Mr. Clegg released Mr. Mandela. He said, let us have elections, fair elections, and he lost the elections. But what did he earn for that? Something that you cannot buy today, and that is the Nobel Prize for free and fair and openness to people. He and Mandela jointly won that prize. So what I'm saying is that is our mission, how we want to take this party forward. We are here really to progress. We are really here to look after the community, the facilities. If you look at our facilities in community, it's putrid to think that our kids must play on fields where there's such a lot of holes. Our kids must play in parks where we have one swing. We want to really make a change within the city of Cape Town.
Thank you so much for offering us the chance to interview an elder person like yourself. Thank you once again.
It's not only in Cape Town. We really want to go wider than Cape Town. We really want to go national and do whatever we're going to do in Cape Town to upgrade people's lives. And that is our mission. You know, people never gave us the slightest opportunity to where we are today. You know, we battled. We never had funding to go what the big parties are doing. But we are there. We got our foot in the door. We are going to the next stage. We're contesting this 2014 elections. And I hope that people out there will support us. Give us the chance. Because the DA had the chance, the ANC had the chance, and give us the opportunity to stand and be fair and free to our communities out there.
Thank you.